Good night everyone, today is Wednesday and we're going to go over the daily technical video later. What an amazing week we have. The US dollar has been sold and sold pretty hard. It looks like, I was laughing because it looks like the market is pounding the dollar for all the pounder that the dollar did for the last 30 days. So, in other words, the dollar is being sold pretty hard. And we believe that a cycle is coming to the end pretty soon on the dollar. We see from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, and in regular wave 2. 1, another in regular wave 2, and then it looks like it did a 3 right here to the 1.618 of this leg. Right there, and then it did a 4, and now there is a debate if this is the top end. Technically the cycle that is ending to the end is the one that started at 79.50. That cycle is coming to the end in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Most likely there's gonna be another low. That it is possible if this wave 4 wasn't irregular and ended right here, most likely like a flat P and a C, like we were telling on the room yesterday, most likely the cycle comes to the end already. That being the case, the dollar is gonna recover in 3 ways. And the dollar is going to recover if that's the low to around 77.80, where 81, in other words, around 136 on the euro, and then it's going to be sold again. So technically speaking, that's what happens. This is an impulse, there is separation. This is known as WSY structure, and the dollar should get, after the new low, the dollar should recover pretty hard. And there is a tendency, not on the dollar, but in another pair, there are tendencies that are allowing a move on the dollar. But well, we're gonna go step by step and see in the dollar after the new high, the new low right here, we're gonna be seeing the dollar recovering in 3 ways. Now, let's take a look at the dollar in the 8-hour. And let me tell you some possible levels. Let me open it up a bit. Send a scenario 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We should get something like this, and possible the area around 75.82 is gonna be the area that is gonna create this bounce. I mean, I don't wanna say it like this. It can be a flat, it can be that. It can be a flat wave 4 when wave 3 ended right here. And I see pairs that can be showing that possible structure, but this is not a wave 4, this is very big. Unless it breaks the channel already. And I'm gonna put it as simple, guys. When this happens, this B wave, proposed B wave, needs to be in 3. 1, 2, 3. You need to buy the dollar right here. No matter what it is, you need to buy the dollar at that stage. Because I can tell you something, there are pairs that are denying this scenario, and there are pairs that are supporting this scenario. So better be aware and better be ready, all you guys, for trading. You guys need to be ready for this possible scenario when the dollar breaks high. Now, oil, you guys know we've been following oil on the daily basis here. That with most interest right now. Look, oil, there is a count when this was wave 1 and we are in a flat 2. But I don't like it. I believe that oil is going to do this, and it's going to recover to 95, taking the whole risk trade higher and the dollar weak. Now let's move on to the individual pairs. Guys, on the individual pairs, let's start with the euro dollar. And I want to be clear so all you guys understand where we're coming from on the euro dollar, guys. Very simple. I know that many of you guys love the euro dollar, but I want to be as simple as I can. I believe that the next high right here, you guys should fade it and should sell, just in case. And not only that, I believe that this one, if we get a 4 and a 5, even much better, and you guys should sell that high right there with everything you guys have. There are possibilities, there are counts, like I've been saying. I mean, I know against the dollar and a dollar pool, but what I see is what I have to transmit to you guys. And believe me, in my view, the dollar is gonna trade, the euro dollar is gonna trade and end wave A around, this should end wave A around 140, and then from there 140, 139.50, and then from there you should fade that high, or you should sell this bid with everything you guys have. The dollar, I wanna say it one more time, guys. The count on the euro is not clear. There are many scenarios we're basing our forecast in market correlationship because the dollar euro is not clear. So my buys, sell it here with all you got and sell it here with even more you have that you have in the final days. That's my advice, because many things can happen. The counts, like yesterday, we were presenting 3 different euro dollar counts. Thank God today we only presented 1. But everything is possible. There is many alternative counts on the dailies and the 4 hour. So nothing is for sure there on the euro dollar. So my advice to all you guys is, every time that you see a 5-wave move ending, sell it. Sell it. There is nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. I mean, I want you guys to understand one thing. I want all you guys to make money, and I try to give you guys the best tool that I have, and consequently I also want to show you guys my trading style. My trading style, I don't pick. I think picking is very risky, but I believe that there is picking and picking, and this is a fading away 5. We're gonna include starting soon that trade within the service, and I know how to define risk in that trade, because that's a very good trade also. I mean, in other words, it's picking by you picking with some how you call it, you picking with some things in your favor. When you know 5-way, you know the feeble levels, you know that of the momentum lacking, you know many things, many things that can help you out in order to get more picks. We're gonna start doing that probably tonight. We're gonna send you the trade so you guys can be aware of how we're doing it. Now that's for the euro dollar. Now what else? S&P, like I say, S&P, many things can happen. Still, it can be this one, which is a 1-2, 1-2 with an irregular wave 2. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like you guys know, and then the S&P is gonna do this and lower, Who knows? Or I can say is same scenario. 5 ways is very close to the end. And let me go back to the 1 hour on the S&P. And I'm going to show you this. We have done discount like this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me show you why. The S&P erased the divergence today. That was here yesterday. It erased it. That's, you can label in 2 ways like that. I mean, so for me, it's still in wave 3 and just ending wave 3 like the euro dollar is. So with that in mind, keep in mind that is possible. A new high like the euro dollar, and then same scenario, 1, 2, 3. All right. So minimum, this you need to sell it for sure. You need to sell it right there, guys. That's a sure thing that right there you need to sell the S&P, and then if it's a flat B, so be. But you gotta get it at the right moment, guys. That's all I can tell you, and that's what the S&P is telling. Now let's see what else. Let me show you the dollar CAD, and let me show you something about the dollar CAD that I was telling DD that worried me a little bit. The dollar CAD. Let's say that the euro is gonna do like we're thinking an ABC. The dollar CAD is denying that scenario in some degree, or this is gonna become a 3-way move. Tell you what, this is a double zigzag, very deep, already at the 618, and only a move, very powerful higher, and then lower to the 76.4. This is gonna possible for the next. This is no way for, and I mean, like I say, very deep compares to what the euro is. I'm checking this area, and this is when we have our first entry, because it can be also 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 like a leading diagonal. But keep that in mind, because that scenario right there is kind of denying, unless it does something like this, and then the C way goes to right here to the 76.4. That's another possible scenario right there. But keep that in mind, because that I have that in my mind for the whole day. Very deep count. Another one that is showing something similar is the dollar Singapore. The dollar Singapore is showing this. 1, 2, 3. This move right here, at least for me, looks like a 3-way move. And that's why we're calling discount. I know discount is out of sync with the rest of the pairs on the market. But well, if it goes and deny and goes lower, like always, you gotta go and praise this the way far. But this is an impulse that is ending a cycle. I think they're gonna do this and higher. We're calling it flat, but it can go both ways. But this dollar Singapore is completely out of the sync with the rest of the dollar pairs, unless you put the top of 5 here and you put with 1 there, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, and deep, and like you say, look, same at the dollar. So most likely, I gotta be honest with you guys, most likely we are something like this. And then this is alternative, but that can be also very possible. But again, it's showing a deeper correction in the dollar that should take the dollar in 2 ways lower, measure the wave 2, and then it should take it to around 124, 125 before going higher in 5. This is something that I want to show you. This is a 5-way move to the top, no doubt about it. So only seeing this pair is enough to have a dollar buyers, long buyers like we are. Now, this is a correction. We were expecting the correction. We don't want to rush it, because this is what I've been telling all day. Look, seeing to this pair is like the euro, is like a dollar. And then why I don't label in the dollar, the euro dollar as a flat? Because you cannot count this a 5-way move right here. Absolutely, you cannot. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look like the low in this, that low is around the 23.6, and look like this one right here is the 1.236 right there. So very telling right there. But again, both of the counts calling for more dollar strength. Another one that I want to cover tonight is the Norwegian count. Look guys, by the book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess what? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. Same as a euro. So I have no question, no doubt in my mind that we're labeling the right way the euro. I've seen it around all dollar pairs. I've seen that scenario. So why the euro dollar only is going to be a flat? If every single pair around the market is showing a complete 5-way at the top, and it's showing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very clear to me. So that the dollar is going to get weak in the next 48 hours, no doubt in my mind. That we should buy the dollar, no doubt in my mind. But I expecting more weakness. I expecting it's the same pattern everywhere, guys. Same pattern. So with that in mind, let me tell you something, guys. We believe that the dollar is going to get strong between maybe later on today and tomorrow, and then it's going to be sold again, and then follow this pattern, and you guys going to know where the market is going to go. Now, finally, let's cover the Aussie. Everyone knows the Aussie where we are, in the 4 hours or higher. And I'm going to show you something in the Aussie, guys, because I know that many of you love Aussie. Let me tell you something. This is how we label in the Aussie. 1, 2, 3, WS, 1, 2, 3, WY, B, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it can be completed there. Now, let me show you something on the RSI. According to the RSI, if you take a look to the RSI, right here, there was divergence. All right? And you got 1, 2. So according to the RSI, this looks like a 5-way move. And you can subdivide it as a 5-way move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. And then this is 1, this is 2, 1, 2, and higher. I tell you that because this pair is almost to complete a cycle if it's going to be corrective, but also can be doing any one of those imports that nobody sees them to happen. Let me show you now New Zealand. New Zealand is more clear for what I want to say. Look. Look at New Zealand, guys. 1, 2, 2, 6, 1, 8, 3, 4, and a 5. That's 5 ways here. Let me prove for the RSI. Look, wave 3, the higher read on the RSI, divergence right here in the 5th wave. So, as Aussie, more clear, this is a 5-way cycle. 1, 2, 3, and guess what? Look at now. We got 1, 2. We're spreading dollar weakness in some degrees tonight. So possible ending right here another cycle, and then a low and a high. So technically I'm counting in corrective, but don't get surprised if you guys see a strain in those metal pairs. I'm counting in corrective. I gotta be honest with you. If you take a look at the dollar CAD count, it's about the same as the Aussie. Technically it can be the same here, you can make the case, but I like this as a 5-way movement to here, guys, to be honest with you. That's why I'm favoring this scenario in some degrees. Alright, so let's leave it there. Let's see where we are. All you guys know what should happen today. We should get some type of dollar strength within the next 24 hours in a proposal waveform. Alright? For the euro, before I let you guys, let me explain to you guys the 1 hour euro. In the euro, in the 1 hour, there is two possibilities. First one is that 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's the case, 62 or 27 should cover here, and then the euro can go as high as 138.83 later on tonight. Second scenario is that this was an irregular wave, and let me show you the other side. It can be possible, even though, let me see, 33.87, 35, and this one is getting too deep, but well, no matter what, the next high on the euro either in place or for around 38.50 area, 38.83 should do it, and the euro from there should start going lower. Alright, so keep that in mind, and remember, the new high on the euro should take the euro to around 136.50 to test this channel before going higher again. Alright? Keep that in mind, and let's keep in touch right there on the room tomorrow. I'm gonna try to start covering early tomorrow the London session. Thank you, and have everyone a good night.